Hey friends, my name is Gabrielle and welcome to Frumious Reads. And despite my very festive background, this is a video about what to read if you are not into the Christmas season. So, I know that there are some people out there who are a bit of a Grinch. And honestly, I can understand it. Christmas is kind of a huge thing that takes over about 2 months of the year, if we're being honest. Like, it really starts in November. The decorations and everything. And a lot of people don't celebrate Christmas and are tired of all the hype. So, I decided to make a video on what to read if you are not a fan of the Christmas season. For every book I list, make sure you check out the description below because I will be leaving links to Goodreads so that you can read more about them yourself. If you find anything you like, then make sure you let me know in the comments down below and maybe we'll keep a tally of which books out of the ones I've recommended people seem to enjoy the most so far. And as always, if you guys have any of your favorites that fall into this category, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Okay, so starting off, the first book I want to talk about is Snowed by Maria Alexander. Now, for those of you who have been on my channel for a while, you probably understand that I am a bit of a Maria Alexander fan. She is a fantastic author. She always writes these really great gothic, gritty novels. A bit Gaiman-esque if you guys are interested in Neil Gaiman's writing. This book, Snowed, is about a teenager named Charity whose mother takes in a foster child for the holidays, and it turns out that he has a bit of his own tragedy associated with Christmas. Now, these two are a bit of star-crossed lovers because Charity is a true skeptic and Aiden seems to be a bit of a believer in almost everything that Charity believes can't be proven. Charity is an aspiring engineer, and so a lot of her times her thinking tends to go towards more the mechanical, analytical side of things. They begin to fall in love and start dating, and unfortunately this isn't as wonderful as it seems because when this starts happening, there start to be all of these random murders in their city. As Charity, Aiden, and her friends investigate these murders, they become closer and closer to the heart of Aiden's tragedy. And no spoilers, but it's very dark. It's perfect if you are a fan of dark Christmas stories and anything to do with kind of like the mythos behind Santa Claus, which if you guys haven't read and don't know what I'm talking about, then just Google that and kind of dig. You might be able to figure it out. This book is really great. It doesn't end with like your typical Christmas miracle type of thing. It ends it's so sassy, it's got so many twists and turns, and just really like a very realistic teenagers who just are tired of dealing with this. If you guys are interested in checking out this book, make sure you check out the link in the description below and you guys can read more about it there. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. So the next book I'm recommending kind of goes more into the history behind the folklore of Krampus. Well, if you guys don't know who Krampus is, think evil demonic Santa Claus who kills people and children. And that's basically who you have. So this book is called Krampus and the Old Dark Christmas, Roots and Rebirth of the Folkloric Devil. And it is by Al Ridenour, and I know I murdered that last name, I'm so sorry. Basically, Al Ridenour kind of goes into the depiction of Krampus in contemporary Hollywood movies and other popular media, and how his reemergence has affected the tales, how his reemergence in modern day has affected the folklore behind him. And then he also goes into what started the folklore, how it has continued over the years, and where its roots originally began, and this book is so good. Oh my gosh, it's really great to read, especially if you're especially if you're interested in mythology. I would highly recommend this book. It's really good, and if you're looking for something that's super creepy to read maybe for this upcoming season, don't read it at night, or do if that's kind of your thing. I don't know, I'm not judging you. The third book I have to recommend is obviously a classic. And if you're wondering why this wasn't higher up on my list, I like to kind of mix it up with books that not a lot of people know about, but I'm gonna recommend it anyway because you can't really go wrong with the classics, and honestly this book is a good one to read. And honestly, I think that the original, like the traditional tale, points more towards like realizing how important family and like just living and appreciating what you have is, more than appreciating the season of Christmas as a whole. This kind of goes with the theme of this video, and it's working and it's my video, so that's what I'm going to say about it. And that is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. For those of you guys who maybe have not heard of this book, it is about a man named Scrooge who's foul and evil-tempered, and after his business partner dies, it turns out that his partner has been condemned to suffer for all eternity for his sins during life. So Scrooge is told that this is also going to be his outcome unless he goes back and unless he agrees to face 3 ghosts. Now these ghosts end up being the three ghosts of Christmas, the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas yet to come. I don't want to give too much away because if you haven't heard of this book, then it's really a good book to read, and I highly enjoy it. And they've made tons of movies about it, but the movies never really do the book justice, I believe. So I'm just gonna say, if you haven't read this book and you don't like Christmas, then you're basically missing out on one of the best books for you. And I have one more book to recommend today. Alright, and the last book I'm recommending for you guys is called The 12 Terrors of Christmas by John Updike and illustrated by Edward Gorey. So this is basically kind of like a mini graphic novel, and it kind of just goes through and throws a ton of shade at Christmas itself. I think one of my favorite parts of the book, which I have to look it up to see, but I'll go ahead and tell you this, is talking about the Christmas tree, and it's a picture of a girl behind the tree, and it says, "At night you could hear it rustling and slurping water out of the bucket." And it's a really kind of tongue-in-cheek look at Christmas. It's a really funny book. It's perfect for anyone who's kind of a Scrooge during the season. So that's the last book I'm going to talk about because it's not one that's typically creepy. It's not one that is really well known, and it's hilarious. I highly recommend this book. Alright, so those are the books that I'm recommending for those of you who don't like the Christmas season or aren't feeling very celebratory this for the upcoming holidays, or maybe you're just sick of those Christmas carols that have been playing since November 1st, because really it's like Thanksgiving hasn't even come yet. Thanksgiving is this month's holiday. Let November have Thanksgiving before you start throwing Christmas down its throat. Okay, that got a little more dramatic than I thought. I have some strong opinions on Christmas carols, if you can't tell. But that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you thought of these books down in the comment down below. If you have read them, let me know your opinion. If you have not and plan to, then go ahead and let me know which one you are interested in looking up. Like I said, check the description for links to read more about these books, and you guys can check them out on your own time. But yeah, okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you like this video, then subscribe to my channel because I upload bookish videos twice a week, as well as reaction videos whenever something cool, like the Avengers Ultron trailer, come out that I want to react to. If you guys want to help me out, then I am a partner with Audible. If you guys are interested in a free 30-day trial, then go ahead and go to audibletrials.com/frumious. That will also be linked in the description down below. If you guys sign up for a free 30-day trial, I just get a little bit of commission, and it's really helpful, especially for those of us with student loans. But other than that, I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on this video, what you liked, what you didn't like. If you've watched a video, if you haven't, if this is your first video of mine that you're watching, then hey, welcome. But that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.